giant in Ghana's music business, and he's been in town for a short while. Basically back in town to handle business, but we decided to just grab him in here to talk a few matters, especially around the music, and of course, one or two matters, and then the main thing that is, TGMAs this weekend. How you doing, my brother? Guide. Last time you were here, you didn't have this. He did?
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
How did you know Delphina? Huh? By the way, since you're mentioning,
okay.
Yeah.
Yin yang.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Balancing things. Bro, good to have you back. You recently got back from the US, after your True to Self tour.
Yep. 72 hours series.
Yeah, wow. I was in Ghana. I couldn't, usually around that time I'm there, but I was out here, so I didn't really see it real time, but I did see the videos. Yeah. It was a good one. How was it?
Amazing. Groundbreaking, just exceptional. The fans coming out and, just selling out those dates and going to places like I've never been, not knowing what to expect, but knowing what to expect. And just the beauty of taking the music to the world, always excites me.
Yeah, the last time you were here, you had returned from, I think, Bali, the other side of the world. You had done, crazy countries.
Crazy countries.
Yeah, I mean, places English no go.
No, not the regular.
Yeah, your music went there. But this time around, it was the US.
Yeah.
You did 3 states, 4?
6.
6 states.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite out of the 6 states you did?
No, I can't pick one. But obviously, every time, they're the very, regular states that are, known for whatever. So definitely New York, DC, crazy, but Boston as well. Then I did. I went to Phoenix, Arizona.
That's fun,
crazy.
Man.
Yeah, that was my first time.
You had the Wait,
that was madness.
Would that be where you picked the whole cowboy vibe now?
I've been going on the cowboy theme for a while now, though. I didn't
Bro,
just get
the new
started.
apparel you have, crazy, man. You have leather boots and things.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you picked that
I
from
just how I
Arizona.
feel.
Yeah.
No, even when I was in Australia,
You had
I
that.
remember. Yeah. So it's a theme I like. So from time to time I tap into that. But I was literally in the cowboy land. I was in Utah as well. And I think I was in
He's forgotten one of the states he
Chicago.
He was in Illinois, Chicago. Crazy, man. It says a lot about how plenty the work was. So much that you forgot some of them.
So much, man.
In between the touring, do you get time to, because you have friends and family in the US, do you get time to, touch base with them, do normal people stuff?
Not in between the tour, but
after.
Yeah, I stayed behind for a week after the tour, so spend time with my family. Just literally spend time by myself, because I'm usually always on the move, and I barely have any time on my own. Because I always have my team. We're in the face of cameras, or we're doing an interview, or we're performing. So when I had the week off, I'm like, make I just brief, Yeah.
Do you ever carry family along if you have to tour?
No, I haven't really done that.
You haven't done that
yet. Hopefully.
Sometime soon. I realized,
my team is huge,
Yeah, Charlie. Your manager is big.
Wow, straight bullet, bro.
I take my words back. Quabs is my guy. Quabs has lost a tremendous amount of weight. Bro is in the gym every morning. I'm trying to redeem myself. Bro is in the gym every morning.
They'll come for you, bro. Your body shaming, bro. Watch your words. Speak them carefully.
you guys don't throw away food at home, right? You eat everything that is made, right?
This guy.
I'm sorry, Quabs. Quabs is my guy, man. I love you, bro. Always, bro. So I realized one thing.
Yeah.
I think I saw Cranium.
Yeah.
At one of your tour, venues, one of the events.
Yeah, that was New York.
And I did see Pat Rankin also.
That was
any other artists that showed up for you?
Darko Vibes as well.
Darko Vibes was there.
Yeah.
Who else?
That was it.
That was it.
Yeah. I didn't like Darko was my special guest for my New York show.
Okay.
But everybody else who was at my shows, it wasn't planned. I didn't announce nothing. These are my friends that I'm in the city. Like when I got to New York the day before the show, my DJ told me about Cranium's manager. They were chatting. I was like, oh yeah, that's my guy. So I messaged Cranium. I'm like, yo, I'm in your city. Where I going? For those of you who don't know, Cranium is from New York. He's a Jamaican born in New York. Had never been to Jamaica before, like crazy. So literally, I'm like, bro, I'm in your city. Where I going? Then he pulls up. He's like, yeah. I know you have a show tomorrow. I was just talking about it with my manager, and I'm like, bro, when you pull up, it's gonna be crazy. He said, yeah, I'm pulling up. So. Yeah, that was it. He literally just came, show love. That's my guy. Like I did the same thing for him in Kenya. Was it Kenya? Yeah, I was in Kenya. He had a show. I just pulled up, show love as well. So we apart from that, we're just brothers. So shouts Cranium. Patorankin, same thing. For him, it was even a deal. I didn't know he was in DC. And then who told me? I think my manager told me, no, Pato is here. So before I got a text from him. He's like, I know you have a show. And I'll come support you.
And he really shows up, when it comes to supporting. I think a while back he was in Ghana. I think one of Shatta did an event or something. He would just show up. Yeah, Pato, Pato's an Osu boy. Used to work at the Accra Mall.
That's family.
Back to what I was trying to get to. We're constantly talking support and all that.
Yeah.
I'd educate me on how it works on the artist side when you're planning your tour and all that. But you obviously have friends, you have people you collaborate with. Yeah. There are a bunch of them I knew were in town that week. How does it work when it comes to showing up? Does it have to go through some protocol? Why did it? Because I'm guessing.
It's pretty simple, especially if you have a personal relationship with a person.
Okay.
If schedules don't clash, it can work. I can speak for myself. If my friends, for example, I was in Toronto and Black Sharif had a show, and then my agent told me oh, Blacko has a show today. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I messaged him. I was like, yo, I heard you have a show tonight. I'll come through. Me, I was even just going to support, show love, and enjoy the show as a fan. But then when I got there, his manager was like, yo, you mind doing this? I was like, you know what? Why not? So I just done a quick surprise, and that's how simple it gets. If you do have a relationship with the people, but if not, usually when an artist is touring, you probably have a tour support, or you do it on your own. For example, Chris Brown went on tour with let's say Irish Star or someone, but most of those things sometimes your agents put it together. Yeah. So there's that part as well. So there's the one where you have friends and oh, I'm in the city, you're in the city
just
too.
Come through for
or
us.
Even if you're not in the city, hey, I'm going here, can you pull up? I want you to surprise my fans. There's that, and then there's the ones that are planned, by agents and labels. Okay, you're gonna be the tour support. You're gonna do these 5 cities with this person, and you're gonna get this or that. Yeah.
Where's next with the tour?
Literally, I think we're back in August to finish the final leg. Still a few more, I think
in the US still?
Yeah, I think it's 4 more in the States, because we're adding Canada to that as well. So we just want to do North America and it's over, because I've done Europe, I've done the UK, I've done Asia, I've done Australia, and I've done Africa. So it was just the North America leg that's left. So and basically we're done, but
until maybe another album comes out and then you have to.
Yeah, I'm an album person. So when I tour with an album. I don't just go to a tour. I want to share new music with the people, and them feel the experience, and also understand the process of me even putting that together. And because I talk to my fans when I'm performing, I'm like, this is what made me write this, so this is how I felt when I did this. So usually it's when an album drops, because me, I just like to stay silent, then make my work speak for me. And then when I have music, I have new work out, that's when I go to the people, that's when I do interviews, that's when I do stuff.
If you're not touring and you're not recording music in between, I'm sure you play shows. How easy or difficult is it to book Kim Promise for a show? So I think it's a question I've never asked you before.
How is the process? It has to be the easiest thing. As long as there's money involved, it's an easy conversation. First of all, it has to go with my schedule, my calendar. So, like I said, it's just what we spoke about earlier. If I don't have a show the same day or whatever, but I'm super available, it's super easy. It's not difficult. Just get through to my management. That's it. We'll just make it happen.
While you were out there in the US touring, did you make any other music moves collabos? Did you
I've been
bump
working on
into
new
anybody?
music. I usually work on new music all the time. So when you said when you're not recording or touring, I was in my
Like,
head I
you're
was
not
laughing. I'm
doing
like,
nothing.
this always happens. I'm always recording or like performing somewhere. But yeah, I've been working on new. I haven't really got the chance to really be in the studio as much because I've been on the road, obviously. But the few times that I've got to record, like I had it set up in my hotel, my apartment, just literally just working on some stuff. So there's that.
Great. From the tour side, I think it's doing good. But overall, how's the album doing now? Any new numbers?
The album is what? It's almost a year or is it a year?
Yeah.
It's almost a year now.
Almost a year, I think.
Yeah, so it's like it's such a beautiful thing that you get to tour your album for almost a year. You understand?
And
It
still
just
sounds
shows,
fresh.
yeah, it just shows the strength of the content, like what you've put together. It took me a while to put that together, and for people to be, to gravitate towards the product that much, it just tells you like the quality and the fact. The most important thing for me is when people can connect with the music. So when people actually feel like, yeah, this is my song or that album is my album or track 15 is my that, like that's what really means a lot to me. And you can see on the faces of the people like when you're on the road. So yeah, like I'm glad for what the album has done and what it keeps doing. It's racking up crazy numbers. We thank
Bringing in
thank
some
God
good
for
cash.
that. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we thank God for that, and we just keep pushing, bro. Yeah, I mean, when I drop, like I'm already like onto the next one.
Yeah, you're moving
yeah,
fast.
I'm like, bro,
I thought you were the 5-star general. Why you got 2 stars on your face?
oh, that's a pimple patch. That's a pimple patch.
You should have added.
Bro, do you know what happened? Someone I'm trying skincare for the first time. So I never use nothing on my face, and like I just use soap and water, like
Listen,
and I've never had nothing, bro. Then I was with like this shorty, right? And she's like, "What do you use on your face?" I was like, "Nothing." She's like, "That's not nice. You have to use sunscreen,
bro,
and use face cream." I'm like,
bro,
huh?
cleanser.
Yeah,
and moisturizer.
I'm not doing those ones yet. I just got
you're not there yet.
got the face cream with a sunscreen.
Yeah, the multi-purpose one.
Yeah,
right?
so I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
We went to I was in the mall and it was like, this one. I was like, all right, cool. So then I buy it. Make I no lie, before I use that whatever, I know you get no pimple from my face. I use that one.
Now it's gonna bring it out. So there's 2. But next time, just add the 3 so it balances. You have 2, but just make room for 3 extra.
I'm like, why is something on my face before I use this your skincare whatever? There was nothing on my face, bro. Like, and it's rather supposed to make my face better.
The very moment you decide to start focusing on that, that's when you start seeing the problems. I think there's always a storm before there. So maybe this is the phase 2.
I told my guys, I'm like, I'm gonna use it for a week. I'll try for a week. If my face doesn't
get better,
like, yeah, you gotta go.
That's the thing. God creates us as different, man. But I do respect and appreciate the guys who take time to do it because it's not easy. Some of us, we cannot. I've never done a facial in my life.
I've
maybe
never done
after
a facial too,
Yeah, maybe after this interview you get calls.
I've actually, like, people ask me, what do you do?
What do you do? We just go.
It's just soap and water.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, like your eyebrows are.
Yeah. What do you do to it? You trim it.
I said, huh? Why am I?
Who does that, man? We just wake up and move, man. We're not like we just wake up and move, bro. While you're away touring, Legacy Live Entertainment Outdoor, 2 new signees. Your label, the label you work with. Were you informed about this? How's the process like? You're the big brother in the label.
Yeah, I've been known. So
what do you think?
I'm excited. Like it's been a while. They've been like
around for a while.
Yeah, they've been in like incubation, for a while. And finally, it's Killer's like, okay, it's the time.
Let's do it.
It's the same thing that happened to me. Like when I met Killer, I worked with him for a while before my first song. It wasn't like I just met him and we started making, dropping songs. We were making music, but I think it took 2 years before we put our first song out. And it kind of like it's the same routes they've taken as well. Yeah. So like I've been in the studio with Raven, literally just he watched me, we share ideas. I'm like, yo, how you feel? That's literally my brother, you know what I mean? So I'm super excited. As you can tell, I really like this music as well. I'll be sharing it, and I pray. I hope he becomes even bigger than me.
I love that. Yeah. I love the mad respect on that. Let's get back to some Ghana music conversations. Last year you were you were at the TGMAs. Was it TGMAs last year, Quabs? It was still TGMAs, right? TGMAs last year, and you were a top contender. You did pick an award, but the ultimate title, Artist of the Year, pretty much swerved you. It didn't go your way. How did that experience?
I've been a top contender since I came on the scene, bro.
Yeah, like every year, back to back.
Since I entered the game, fatality.
back to back, at it. But I want us to reflect on the moments last year. That very moment where, your hopes didn't happen with the Ultimate Award. How did that short experience, shape your outlook? And this time around, I mean, as you're approaching it, what lessons are you picking towards it? The experience, you're not getting it. How did it shape your thinking after the award show and towards, Saturdays? How is it shaping your expectations on that?
Shaping, I don't know about that, but I'm someone who believes in healthy competition, Okay. It's like, I should be able to make you better, if we're doing this as Ghanaians and doing this for our industry. We want the industry to grow. We see, our competitive cousins, going crazy and going at it, still with love and, some respect and just pushing it to the max. But, for me, it's the same thing. I'm like, if we're doing this and I'm in this category with these people, this is such a special thing that, amongst so many millions of people, we've been chosen and to represent the people. And then we've been chosen as the ones who literally, run this. That's such a special title. So for me, it's always been like I said, healthy competition. Like, I'm happy for it. I'm like, like I should hear your stuff and be like, oh, that's hard. Like, it should make me want to go harder. But I'm sure when people hear my stuff, they're like, this boy, this is dangerous. Like, we want to, exactly. So for me, it's just all fun and games, man.
Great. I'm sure you do listen to the music from all these guys. I mean, you can't go a day without hearing songs from the guys that are in. There's you, there's Stone Boy, there's Kim Paluta, there's Kuku Smoke, there's Black Shirt, there's Joe Metal, and then Team Eternity. Now, let's just take it this way, right? Let's say you were not in the category this year. Let's say you were not even doing music. Out of the rest of the bunch, who would you pick if you had the opportunity to?
Everybody in there.
Honestly, not everybody in there.
Everybody in
one.
there. Make
Lean
answer
towards
my
one.
question now. Everybody in there, deserves to be in there. If you take me out, I won't have an answer because I have to be in there.
Relax. Relax.
Yeah, I heard you.
Can you relax?
Perfectly.
Exactly. You want me to repeat?
Nah, I heard you really well.
Let's just say
I
you
should
take
pick a
yourself
person.
out. Let's say you're Rev, okay, and there's no Kim Promise.
I think Rev will pick what he wants to pick. 5-star, picks 5-star, bro. That's it. Yeah.
What did they
Respect
do to you,
to
man?
everybody, though. Like,
What did they do to you, man? What did they do to you in America? They made you diplomatic. You're very. This is not the promise I know, man.
Man, I'm
take him out.
straightforward now.
Listen, take yourself out. The rest of the guys, who would you vote for?
Rev, I heard you clearly.
You just want to answer it.
It's not. Won't answer it. Like,
You think everyone deserves to
no. So this is the thing, right? We're in a very healthy competition when it comes to, this thing. And for me, it's like I'm in a space where I believe whatever I'm in, I should get the ultimate.
Yeah.
I'm not here
You're
to speak
aiming for the biggest.
I'm not speaking for anybody or whatever, And it's not like even in the distress. In Ghana, if you're like kind of confident, people say you're arrogant.
Yeah, you're arrogant. Yeah.
If you know me, that could never be the case.
Yeah.
But I also just talk my
Your
S.
mind, yeah.
You know what I mean? And basically, that's what it is. Like, I believe if you're in anything, you should aim for the best. So even anybody listening to me, if you're in anything,
Aim for the best.
Why settle for something else when you could, be the one? That's it. That's really it.
Aside what we see, what the numbers are saying, personally, what makes you believe you should be Artist of the Year 2025 TGM?
My work speaks for itself. From when I've been on the scene till now, like my music and what it's done. Like, I was speaking to like someone the other day. Like, bro, you really should have been winning like this year, like from 3 years ago, or sorry, I used the S word on the radio, but you know what I mean. But everyone has a favorite. Everyone has somebody they want. It's really like someone has to win at the end of the day. So that's fine. But me, it's just the beauty of representing my people for me. You know what I mean? Like when you go anywhere, I'm like, yeah, they're like, you see this Ghana boy, he does it different. Or you see this guy, I'm like, bro, that's small where I came from. So just seeing how everything just erupts for me is beautiful. Like, I don't know. I feel like people will be thinking like this is something. For me, I'm just chill, bro. Like, I'm like, this is a special moment for us as Ghanaians because this is basically our like Grammys, bro.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just the honor of even being, in the category with these guys who are like killing it massively as well. So shouts to all the guys as well, man.
Lovely. In the journey towards, getting to the top in spaces like this, especially for an award show like this, does it ever get personal? I mean, you share your experience.
Well, not for me, but I know one of my OGs told me awards are for lobbying, and I don't know the extent at which people could go. But for me, it's really just making sure that, because usually before I don't really speak on stuff like this. I'm like, make my music speak for me. But if you say a lesson I've learned or something I have like chosen to, like a path I've chosen to toe, now is like, I'm like, you know what? Your work will speak for you, but sometimes you gotta like amplify your stuff.
That's true.
Like Jay-Z does it, Beyonce does it, Drake does it. Like why not? And these are people I look up to as well. So I'm like, this is like a trick in the book that, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta like amplify your stuff as well, and because it's a crabs in a bucket game. You know what I mean? It's not just you, and then when you do, everyone, they'll see it, but it's also nice. Sometimes your fans even just want to hear you speak about it, which is why like for the past like 2 TGMAs I've spoken about it, and it's not in any like malicious way trying to.
You're just trying to amplify your work.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to be like, okay, you guys, I feel you. I hear what you're saying, and I also want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like we doing this together. This is why I'm speaking on it. You know what I mean?
I love that. In amplifying it, would that be the reason why this year you guys had a PR person?
So this is what I was saying. I was telling the guys, like, I've had PR for a while. I just didn't have like one in Ghana.
Okay.
Because obviously this is home. So me myself, I did go everywhere, Quabs. But then also when this campaign started, I wasn't around. Like you said, I was on tour. So we needed like a mouthpiece on the ground. But like in the UK, I've always had PR. In America, I've had PR. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's beautiful. Shouts to Tilly and what she's done and what she's doing as well.
Tilly is Tilly's a wild lady.
Why'd you say wild?
She's wild, man. I know say Tilly and I know they see eye to eye.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
But I love her. Listen,
I had no idea.
Listen, I love her. I love her works. I love what she stands for. She's very different, to be honest. She says her piece.
Yeah, but
she doesn't care.
The thing is, she's actually, because if you know me and my brand, I'm not messy, bro.
Yeah.
So even though it was a conversation my team had with her, like, how we move, all you have to do is just talk your piece.
Yeah, that's the thing.
She's
so what she believes in.
One thing she said was that I respect. She was like, when this person has done the job and you're speaking for them, it makes it easy because all you speak is facts.
Yeah.
It's like
if you haven't done the job, then propaganda has to set it.
Yeah, but it's like whatever she's saying, she can back. So it's literally just amplify what's been done. That's really it.
She does a great job at what she does. I like the fact that I'm going to mention it again. She stands for what she believes in. I just know she believes in what she's seen, and she goes to the extent, to the length to ensure that she verifies what she knows before she speaks for it. Last year, did it ever cross your minds to get somebody to speak on it? Because I think last year, Team BIM had a portfolio, pretty much going on the rounds, for them. Do you think maybe if you had that, included in your preparation
I don't believe in what ifs, bro. Like, what if is past? Like, for me, I believe in the present. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is something that came up when my team told me about it. I'm like, this is not bad. Like, we actually do have PR everywhere. We just haven't seen the need to have PR in Ghana. Yeah. Because when I'm here, I'll do the radio rounds myself. But also, it's not everything that I can. I'm not a journalist, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's not your field.
Yeah. So I'm like,
are you maintaining the relationship beyond the awards?
I believe in long-term relationships.
Yeah,
but I mean, this was obviously supposed to be short-term. But like I said, I believe in long-term relationships, so we'll definitely see how far it can go.
Great. I'm loving the work she's putting in, and so I strongly believe I think it should be a thing beyond that.
We're building a whole team, even on the ground, because
Nice.
like what we're doing has grown so much where we actually, you know, it's only right to take some weight off Quaps's back or off Funk's back or
Yeah, because
Climb's
Quabs is at the gym lifting weight already. You know?
Because so we're literally building like an, you know, just like a
sorry,
5-star army, bro. Literally.
I'm sorry. It's very hard to stay serious anytime the name Quabs comes up with me, you know.
I hear it.
I will get better, you know. I'll do better, team. Bro, what if the Ultimate Award doesn't come to you this year?
I don't believe in what ifs. I just told you, bro. I don't believe in what ifs, and for me, I don't put negativity in the air, like that energy.
But would that be negative? That's
me,
the other side of reality. I mean, you either get it or you don't get it.
So-
Does it make it negative or positive?
That's the thing, is the energy I don't put in the air.
Okay.
You know, because life will happen regardless. Like, Lord knows what's gonna happen. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say what if I don't do it. I don't believe in what ifs. I'm saying, yeah, I'll do it. If it goes how God plans for it
You
to
just
go,
said
it'll just
if.
go that way. No, if it goes how God has planned for it to go. It
And you
goes
think
that
God
way.
is going to make it go?
He already knows before it's happened. You know what I mean? I believe that I should and I deserve it. And that's it. Like, that's
Beyond TGMA's 2025,
Yeah.
what kind of impact do you think, you know, carrying this title will bring to your music career? What are you going to do with it?
I've been
I
doing
didn't add
it.
the if.
I've been doing it, like, from my very first album. You know, became the most streamed Ghanaian album of all time, and then my second album, Done the Madness, and then my third album. Like, this is an album that has a song and songs that I have done, bro. Usually when you do an album, I be saying like, oh, you need like one hit single or two just to carry the whole album. But for this album, I was like, you know what? Every song has to be like able to stand on them, like on their own, you know, toes and literally run, you know, with their own
Run
way.
with it, yeah.
You understand? And one album I've had like Paris, I've had Perfect Combi, I've had Favorite Story, I've had Terminate. Like, I've had
Hits on it. Like you literally
on an album,
offloaded the hits all
like
onto
back
it,
to
yeah.
back. And like I said, from since I came on the scene till now, like my
You've been
goal
representing.
has always been global domination and representing Ghana on the highest level, and you know, through the best standards. Like, you won't find me anywhere where I'm doing a shitty job or something mediocre, especially in the name of, like, I take this very special
Personal.
because I believe it's bigger than me. You know, me representing my people is bigger than me just making hit songs. Because this is like something that will go down in the history books as, you know, there was this guy, you know, 100 years to come, like, there was this guy called King Promise, and he changed the scene and how people viewed Ghanaian music on a global level, where like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm making music for my people at home, but also for the rest of the world. So the music doesn't just stay here. I take it to everywhere. That's why I will land in Amsterdam and I'm number one on the radio. Like, what business do I have?
Malaysia, bro.
You understand what I mean? And, you know, just going crazy and selling our shows in Japan. And like, after I went to Japan, now I see like that's a big show that's about to happen. Other people are going. Like, that's the type of
Afrobeats is,
shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's the type of stuff like it makes me happy, you know what I mean? And for me, if it takes, you know, me to literally break my back and make sure our music is recognized and respected as it should, I'm
You
I'm
definitely
all up
make
for
it happen.
Yeah.
Lovely. The fans, man. You're one person who doesn't play with, you know, his fans. You hold them in high esteem.
Yeah, they made me who I am.
Yeah. In this entire period, have you interacted with them? What kind of messages do you get from your fans daily? I know you respond to your DMs too.
Yeah, once in a while, you know, because it gets really
It gets
hectic.
flooded, right?
But like once in a while, I'll see like a message and I'll just show love, you know.
What are the fans saying?
Apart from people asking for money every day, that's the ones who are literally just saying, "Yo,
This
we
is
love you, and you know, you deserve this."
Do they also believe this is the year?
Oh, bro, there's a frenzy in the air. You can tell. There's a frenzy in the air. You can tell. But the thing is, I don't really get carried away by stuff.
Yeah, you just
know?
move.
I'll just give my energy when I have to, but I don't get carried away. So for me, it's people have different ways of showing love, and my fans are always like just reaching out and all of that. Like, and also whenever I get the chance, I try to show love back. Either through charity or just showing my face or just paying something or just making sure people are good when I can. Like, I just came back and we did a high school.
Bro, that was massive. I saw the videos, man.
Yeah, I was so tired. I'm like, bro, I just learned it. I'm like, just do it for the kids. Just take it as giving back. And I thought, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna think twice. And I did like 3 schools in one day.
In one day, I mean,
we went to
in and out.
We went to Mary's, came all the way back to Tema, did Tema school, then went back to Accra, then Laboni. It was just, you should see the looks on their faces. I put myself in their shoes. I'm like, imagine I was in school and my favorite artist came to the school. Like, I'll remember that forever. You know? So for me, it's just those kind of things nothing can buy. You know what I mean? That's why I don't play with my fans.
I love that, man. King Promise doesn't play with his fans, but he's going to play a game with me.